Nalyssa Smith and Angel Reese both got technical fouls, and things got a little chippy between the two.
Chicago's done a nice job defensively. Nice pass.
Right there.
How did Dejounte get that to Smith? That was in our line of sight. There wasn't any daylight.
Yeah, the speed and accuracy of that pass.
Now we got some chippiness. Smith and Reese jawing at each other.
The WNBA is facing a growing crisis over player behavior and league control. The recent clash between Chicago Sky's Angel Reese and Dallas Wings' Nalyssa Smith, ending in double technicals, has only intensified doubts about the league's ability to uphold professionalism. Combined with mounting criticism over increasingly rough play and the high-profile injury to Caitlin Clark, the situation points to a troubling pattern of escalating conflicts that threaten the credibility and integrity of women's basketball.
Give me that! Jesus, dude, when Nalyssa Smith is doing that to you, you know you just aren't ready for it, man. When Nalyssa Smith is D'ing you up, blocking her shot, folks, Angel, you cooked her up last year. What happened?
The latest flashpoint in the WNBA's ongoing conduct concerns came during the Chicago Sky's 94-83 win over the Dallas Wings, when Angel Reese and Nalyssa Smith got into a heated confrontation that forced teammates and officials to step in. The incident unfolded with just over 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter, after Reese's foul sent Smith tumbling out of bounds. What started as a standard basketball play quickly spiraled into a confrontation that raised fresh concerns about the league's image, discipline, and player safety standards.
By the way, this started off by Nalyssa Smith going for a rebound and Angel just shoving her. Just shoving her and then complaining to the refs. And by the way, I don't blame Angel Reese for, shoving people and expecting to get away with it. The referees have shown that you are allowed to shove people and get away with it. Like, that is a given. So,
after the foul was called, Reese voiced her frustration with the referee's decision, prompting Smith to walk past and make a remark that sparked the confrontation. Instead of letting officials de-escalate the situation, Reese fired back, engaging in a verbal exchange that quickly turned into a face-to-face standoff until teammates intervened. Both players were hit with technical fouls, but the altercation underscored a deeper issue. The league struggled to enforce discipline and maintain player accountability, raising broader questions about oversight and professionalism in the WNBA.
Now, if I was to take bets in this, Nalyssa Smith versus Angel Reese, I'm putting all of my $2.47. I'm putting all of that on Nalyssa Smith. All right, I'm not sure it would be even close. Like, I'm not sure Angel Reese would actually want that to turn into something where hands are involved.
The confrontation wasn't simply a moment of heightened competitive emotion. It was the continuation of a long-running feud between these two players. Reports indicate that Reese and Smith have a history of verbal sparring, dating back to the 2024 season when Reese was a rookie and Smith was with the Indiana Fever. That backdrop highlights a larger issue: the WNBA's failure to proactively address simmering interpersonal conflicts before they boil over into public incidents, creating spectacles that undermine both the league's reputation and its commitment to professionalism.
What happened last year? Was it the Indiana Fever on the jersey? That made you go extra hard? Was it that other player on that team that was like, oh, that 22, oh, I really want to show her something? Is that what really made it? Because in these matchups against the Dallas Wings, you really haven't been anything special at all. Maybe Nalyssa Smith was tired of seeing her in a meme all offseason. Nalyssa's like, you know what? That next time I play her, I'm not going to let her cook me and do me like that.
If you are enjoying, please subscribe. The way this confrontation unfolded highlights serious concerns about discipline and composure within the WNBA. Smith's frustration boiled over when she slammed the ball to the floor after the foul, while Reese's shift from arguing with referees to engaging Smith directly reflected a troubling lapse in professional restraint. The fact that teammates had to physically intervene shows the clash had moved well beyond normal competitive intensity, creating the risk of far more serious consequences. Yet the league's response was notably restrained, issuing only standard technical fouls to both players rather than imposing stricter penalties. This cautious approach stands in sharp contrast to the volatile nature of the altercation and raises doubts about whether the WNBA is taking aggressive behavior seriously enough to prevent escalation. By limiting discipline to technical fouls, the league implicitly acknowledged that both players crossed professional boundaries, but the absence of further consequences may send the wrong message, that such conduct carries little real risk of accountability.
And if you guys don't remember, like even last season, the two of them were getting into it through like through the entire season. The two of them were getting into it, and you saw literally when the referees tried to break it up, you saw them just go like, don't. Like the two of them want to get into it, and again, this is a rivalry.
The Reese-Smith altercation cannot be dismissed as an isolated flare-up, but rather must be seen within the broader trend of escalating aggression that has come to define recent WNBA seasons. One of the most prominent early examples was the season opener between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, where a hard foul spiraled into a confrontation that drew official review and multiple penalties. In that case, officials ruled Clark's foul on Reese to be flagrant, while technical fouls were issued to both Reese and Indiana Fever forward Aaliyah Boston. Clark, for her part, maintained that the foul was simply a routine take foul with no malicious intent, a position consistent with her measured post-game remarks. However, the decision to upgrade the call to a flagrant reflects the heightened scrutiny officials are applying in light of the league's increasingly physical atmosphere. Clark's composed response, acknowledging the foul but disputing the flagrant classification, stood in sharp contrast to the more combative reactions that have become common among other players. The rise in technical fouls and on-court confrontations suggests a systemic problem rather than a string of isolated incidents. The NBA has long recognized the dangers of unchecked aggression, imposing automatic suspensions after 7 technical fouls and escalating penalties thereafter. Yet the persistence of similar issues in the WNBA signals that current measures may be insufficient to stem the growing culture of hostility, leaving the league's image and player safety at risk.
Through your perspective on the flagrant foul, what was the point you were trying to make to her?
It's just a good take foul, you know. If either Angel gets wide open 2 points, or we send him to the free throw line. Nothing malicious about it. It's just a good take foul. Every basketball player knows that.
The surge in on-court confrontations and technical fouls carries serious consequences for the WNBA's push to solidify its reputation as a premier professional sports league. Fans tune in and fill arenas to see world-class basketball, not heated verbal exchanges or physical scuffles that distract from the game. Every stoppage caused by conflict is time taken away from showcasing the talent, skill, and athletic excellence that should define women's basketball at the highest level. The divide between players who maintain professionalism under pressure and those who repeatedly engage in confrontational behavior has never been more evident. Some athletes choose to channel adversity into performance, letting their play speak louder than their frustrations, while others seem to view every perceived slight as a stage for conflict. This imbalance undermines the integrity of competition, rewarding those who thrive on controversy while leaving more disciplined players, and their on-court achievements, overshadowed.